Bustin' makes me feel good. Here we are, Ray Stantz, Ghostbusters, coming up. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got our second Ghostbuster in the line of the Plasma series. So here he is, Ray Stantz, portrayed by none other than the great Dan Aykroyd. Checking out the box, check out that open window. This is a Build-A-Figure. It comes with the ghost dog or demon dog, whatever it was in the movie. I cannot remember the name. It does not say anywhere on this box, neither, what the Build-A-Figure is. I really wish it would. We opened Peter Venkman in our first video of these Ghostbusters. Peter Venkman came with one of the legs of the big ghost dog, and this one comes with another leg, and it looks like the accessories are nearly the same, other than instead of a trap, Ray is going to come with some goggles. But yeah, look, I love the packaging on it. It looks like it's the color of one of their suits. Got the zipper here. Says Ghostbusters here. Got the big, who you going to call Ghostbusters emblem there. I like this a lot. Hasbro down here. You see it's 4 and over. There is problems with that backpack. No 4-year-old that I know of is going to be able to put on or take off that backpack. So going to need some help from mom and dad there. Or grandma and grandpa. Over here on the side, you got Winston, Ray, Egon, and of course Peter. On the back, you got the Ghostbusters emblem up there, the Build-A-Figure. It is coated red for what piece we have. So you're going to have to get every one of these action figures, all 6 of them, to be able to build that Build-A-Figure. And this is cool how they do this. They got the red hose going into Ray Stantz, where Peter's went into the first one right there, that red hose did. Let's see what it says about Ray Stantz, the heart of the team. Ray's ready and more than willing to bust some ghosts. Pretty good. Warnings, labels, copyrights, tons of them right there. So many languages. There is a ton of languages right here. On the bottom, you have your barcode, more warnings and labels. This side, just a little bit of more opening on that window to let in light, and again there. And let's get Ray out of the package. So we opened Peter from the bottom, so we'll continue that trend. So here we go. Oh, looky there. More warnings, labels, copyrights. Unbelievable. And sliding Ray out. And I do love the schematics on the back of that box. That is so cool. I like it. Oh, the cross cell, I don't know if I mentioned, is Peter Venkman, of course, which we opened on the channel. Ray Stantz. We got Egon Spangler, Winston Zedmore, Dana Barrett, and Gozer. Check that out. So that's the 6 figures you need to complete the Build-A-Figure. We'll set him to the side, and here he is in his plastic. Of course, this pulls off, and you're left with Ray in his plastic coffin here, and we'll get out the accessory. We got his goggles. I think he does wear those in the movie Ghostbusters, the original. I like that. And we get the proton pack. Of course, we do know that the hose unplugs. Again, this is very, very hard to get on and off the figure. So once you get it on, you're probably going to either want to leave it on, or if you don't put it on, leave it off. It does have this. It unclasps right there. And then you just kind of shimmy that onto your action figure. But there it is, the proton pack. The gun right here does not have a trigger on it, and our figures come with trigger fingers, but there is no trigger on the proton gun. So that is disappointing in that. Not understanding. And then we have, here's the other piece of the Build-A-Figure. Set that to the side. And let's get Dan Aykroyd, aka Ray Stantz, out of the package. Of course, these are not tied in. There's empty plastic, and here he is. He's got a little bit of a belly on him compared to Peter. So that's pretty funny. There he is. I like it. I love the Ghostbusters emblem there. And on his shirt it says Stantz, just like Peter said Venkman on it. This is good stuff. It does look a lot like Dan Aykroyd too. Looking at that. Let's talk about articulation. Head, back, forth, up and down. Slight movement there. Shoulder all the way around. Upper arm cut. Double jointed. Pinned. I repeat, pinned elbows. You can see there. Wrists up and down. Shoulders all the way around. And they are double butterflied. You can see that double butterfly in there. Check it out. So that is awesome. He's got the hula hoop waist, hips, big splits, big straddles, knees, double jointed, tight pin knees. You can see the pins there. Ankles, they do rock. Let's see, is it on a rock? Yeah, rocked. Some broken ankle there. And then he has way better ankle articulation than Peter did. Look at that. Ray Stantz is a pirouetting master. He put Peter Venkman to shame. And I think I did hear that Dan Aykroyd did take some ballet, and I guess Bill Murray did not, so that would explain that great pirouette he has. He has, just like Peter Venkman did, has those hoses and cables coming off his hip. And let's see. The belt, just like Peter's, is not molded on. So good stuff here. So again, like I mentioned, you do have to unclasp this, open it up, slide your figure in. You gotta get one arm in, and you gotta get your head in, and bam, he's got his proton pack on, and it is pegged, so it will plug into his back, and that keeps it on there a lot better. And then you've got to try to reclasp with that little bit of belly on Dan Aykroyd. It is a lot tighter. Peter's plugged right in there. This sucker, he needs an extra large. They gave him quite the belly. I hope Dan Aykroyd doesn't get this figure and tries to put that on there. He might be offended. Hasbro might be getting a phone call from Dan Aykroyd saying, "Hey, man, why'd you make me so fat? I can't even get my backpack. And I'm not going to get it, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to get it. That chubby buddy here, man. I get it, but it wants to pop off right away, so we're just going to leave that hanging out." And here's his proton pack with no trigger, which that just kills me. Why didn't they just give me a gripping hand instead of the trigger finger hand? So, just like on Peter Venkman, you have this peg on his backpack, if you can see it right there. And this has a square hole, so square peg, square hole. And I guess we want that pointing down. There you go. Then we'll get Ray, his chubby Ray. Can we get that on there? Yep, there he is. Ray Stantz without his backpack plugged in because he's a Had a few too many Little Debbies. There he is. I like it. I do have right here a NECA stand. He does have holes in the bottom of his feet to receive this peg. And it does fit. Fits really good, actually. So here he is, Ray Stantz from the Ghostbusters. Dan Aykroyd, let's get Bill Murray in here. Bam! There's half of your Ghostbusters. So do I get the rest of them? If I find the rest of the Ghostbusters, which is going to be Egon and Winston, if I find the rest of them on the other two on clearance, I will probably get them. But then you also got to get Dana Barrett and Gozer. So there's 4 more. Not sure if I want to invest the money into this. But here is the other piece of Build-A-Figure. And let's show you. This one came with Peter. So you got your legs. It looks like a front leg and a back leg maybe. We'll keep them separated so we don't get them mixed up. But that's it. Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Fat Dan Aykroyd, and Bill Murray. Until next time, oh yeah.